Yes, an excellent horse, said James. He was the brother of this one, and just like him. Terrible, said the old man. It was a better place to jump. A man's life and a horse's life are worth more than a here. Or they should be. Later that evening, the younger stableman brought in another horse. The young man, with a pipe in his mouth, came into the stable to talk to him. Taller, go up and get some hay and put it down for this horse. Hay, 干草. Will you? Said the stableman. But put down your pipe first. All right, said the other man, and I went up a little and slew a little down. I heard him stand across the floor over my head and push down some hay through a hole in the roof into the new horses filling the place. Jane came in to look at us before he went to bed, and then the door was locked. I don't know how long I slept, or what time it was when I woke up. But the air seemed thick, and I heard Jane and other horses moving about worriedly. It was quite dark, and I could see nothing. 这几天白酒亏了啊？
我不知道，反正是。
那奖励没亏了1000块钱，哎呀，亏了这么多啊！
甜辣酱啊，辣的哦，有点辣的，然后就是蘸这个嘛，12分钟，空气炸锅。
The stable was full of smoke, and it was almost impossible to breathe. The smoke seemed to come from. 我在抖音上看到啊，很多人做抖音啊，他投的很大的，都几百万资金在投的，亏40-50万，到去年8月份就坚持不下去了，都不播嘞。所以他就是其实你投的你的标的其实还算好的，因为现在大行情都不好嘛。这你看来买电脑炒股的都没有，都是破电脑拿来修这样子，行情好嘛都来买新电脑了。The stable was full of smoke. Full of smoke, and it was almost impossible to breathe. The smoke seemed to come from the little door above me, and I could hear a strange noise up here. Then the other horses were now all awake, moving about restlessly. At last, I heard someone outside, and then the younger stableman ran in with a light. He began to untie the horse. Untie, verb, loose the rope, steering, 松开解开 flame, noun, a visible part of the fire.
Visible part.
visible 可见的 part of the fire. Scarf. Now long stripe worn over the shoulder, the hair all around the neck. Recognize. 认出 no identify again. 认出 He began to untie the horses and tried to lead them out. The fourth horse would go with him. Now, the second or third. He tried to pull me out, but he was so frightened himself that he frightened me, and I would not move. The noise above the loader, and there was a shot of fire. Outside, the old stable man came in quickly and got one horse out, then another. By now, the flame of the wall came down through the roof, and the noise was terrible. Then I heard Jane's voice, quiet and friendly as it always was. "Come on, Beauty," he said. "We'll soon get you out of this smoke." He took out his scarf and tied it over my eyes, then led me out, patting me all the time. He took the scarf off, then shouted, "Take this horse, somebody, while I go back for the others." Windows in the hotel were open and people were shouting. I watched the stable door where the smoke came out thicker than ever. Then I heard one voice above all the others, and I recognized it was my mother's. Jane Howard, are you there?" There was no answer, only the crash of something fall in the stable. But at that moment, I saw Jane come into the smoke, leading Jane with him. "My brave boy," said the master. "Are you hurt?" Jane shook his hand, unable to speak because of smoke. Suddenly, I heard the sound of wheels and galloping horses. "It was a fire engine," shouted someone. "Engine, now machine or instrument?" Fire engine, 救火车。Two horses ran past me, pulling the heavy fire engine. The fireman jumped out, and we went quickly into the wild, quiet marketplace out of their way. The master led us to a large hotel on the other side, where a stableman came to take us in. Then the master hurried off to find his wife. Next morning he came to see how we were and to speak to Jane. I did not hear much, but Jane looked very happy, and the master looked fond of him. "How did the fire start?" Someone said they saw Dick Toller go into the stable, smoke a pipe, but that when Dick came out, he didn't have it. The young man's stable said that he asked Dick to go up the ladder to put down some hay, but also told him to put down his pipe first. Dick said that he did this, but nobody believed him. Jane said the roof and the roof had all fallen in, and only the black walls were standing. The two poor horses who could not got out were burned under the fallen roof. Johnny now chirp at an act of going from one place to the other. Especially at a long distance. Comfortable adjective giving comfort to body, flee from suffering, anxiously, pain. John Green. The rest of our journey was very easy, and the next evening we reached the house of our master's friend, where our groom took us to a comfortable stable. We stayed 2 or 3 days, then returned home. John was glad to see us, and we were glad to see him. I and who will came in my place, said Jane. Little John Green, said Jane. He's only 14 and a half, but he was a kind heart, and wants to come. So I'm agreeing to try him for 6 weeks. The next day, John Green came to learn all he could before Jane left. He was a nice, happy boy and always came to work sighing. But then the day came when Jane had to leave us. I'm leaving a lot behind, he said sadly to Johan. My mother and you are good master and mistress. The horses and I shouldn't know anybody at the new place. It's hard to leave your home for the first time, said Johan. If you got on well, which I'm sure your mother will be proud of you. Everyone was sorry to lose James. But John tried hard to learn, and John with James. Joe was pleased with you. One night I woke up to heard the stable bell ringing loudly. I heard the door open at James' house, and his feet running up to the hall. He was back quickly for one's life, as if in order to escape death. Flat, adjective, smooth and level, even, whip. Noun, latch, large, cord, eccentric, useful. Urging a horse for punishment. Appear, verb. Into view. Become visible. Woke up, Beauty, he said. Come into the stable. We must go quickly now. And before I could think, he had the saddle on my back and the bridle on my head. The master was waiting at the hall door with a ladder in his hand. Ride for your life. Ride for your wife, Yuan. He said, give this to Dr. White, then rest your horse and be back as soon as you can. Mrs. Gordon is very ill. Away went Yuan and I, through the park, through the village, and down the hill. There was a long piece of flat road by the riverside, and Yuan said, now, Beauty, do your best. I needed no whip, and for 2 miles I galloped as fast as I could, perhaps even faster than my grandfather, who won the race at Newmarket. When we came to the bridge, Yuan slowed me down a little and patted my neck. Well done, Beauty, he said. Then I was off again, as fast as before. The air was cold and the moon was bright, and it was a pleasant night. We went through a village, then dark wood, then up a hill, then downhill, and after 12 kilometers we came to the town. It was 3 o'clock when we stopped by Dr. White's door. Yuan rang the bell, then knocked on the door like thunder. A window was pushed up and Dr. White's head appeared. What do you want? He said. Mr. Gordon is very ill, said Yuan. You must come at once. Oh, she'll die. Here's a letter. Exhaust verb. You use up the strings or enemy of tire out. 精疲力尽 job verb. Fall or sick. To the ground. Ache verb. Had a continued door pain. The doctor was through at the door. My horse has been out all day and is exhausted. Can I take yours? Matt told me to let him, said Yuan, but take him if you think it's better, sir. I will soon be ready, said the doctor. Yuan stood by me and patted my neck. I was very hurt. Then the doctor came out with his riding whip. You won't need that, sir, said Yuan. Black Beauty will go until the job's. The doctor was a heavier man than Yuan and not so good a rider, but I did my very best. Yuan was waiting at the gate and the master was at the hall door. He did not say a word. The doctor went into the house with him, and Yuan led me to the stable. My legs were shaking and there was not a dry hair on my body. The water ran down my legs and I was hot all over. Poor John, he was young and knew very little. He did the best he could, clean my leg and my chest, but he did not put a warm cloth on me. He thought I was so hot that I would not like it. He gave me some cold water to drink, then he gave me some food and went away. So I began to shake and tremble with cold, and I ached all over. I wish Johan was there, but he had 12 kilometers to walk, so I tried to sleep. After a long time, I had Johan at the door. I gave a long cry, and he was at my side at the moment. I could not tell him how I felt, but he seemed to know immediately. He covered me with still warm clothes, then ran for some hot water and made me a warm drink. Pulse, short stop, 终止 heartbroken 心碎 harm, damage, injury. Johan seemed very angry. Stupid boy, he said to himself over and over again. No clothes put on, and I suppose the water was cold too. Boys are no good. I became very ill and could not breathe without pain. Johan looked after me day and night, and my mother often came to see me too. My poor beauty, he said one day. My good horse, you saved your mistress' life. Yes, you saved her life. I was very glad to hear that. Johan told my master that he never saw a horse go so fast. One night, Tom Green, John's father, came to help Johan give me my medicine, then stayed for a while at the foot. Both men were silent. Then Tom said, Johan, please say a kind word to John. The boy is heartbroken. He can't eat his meals, and he can't smile. He knows it's his fault. Beauty is ill, but he did his best. He thinks if Beauty dies, no one will ever speak to him again. But he is not a bad boy. A short pause, Johan said. I know. He meant no harm. But I am proud of that horse, and I hate to think his life may be thrown away like this. Then I will give the boy a kind of word tomorrow. If beauty is better, and no more of this conversation. As the medicine did well.
One medicine.
And said me to sleep.
I can.
And in the morning, I felt much better. Deliver. Verb. Take something to some place. Or the
Buyers.
buyers. Or buying. Buyers. Breakers. Over. Verb. Hold out. Put it forward. John learned quickly after this, and was so careful that John began to give him many things to do. One day, Johann was out, and the master wanted a letter taken immediately to a gentleman's house about 5 kilometers away. He told John to settle to me and take it. The letter was delivered, and we were returning through a field where he saw a cart full of papers. They were so heavy that the wheels of the cart were half burned in the soft ground, and the horse could not move the cart at all. The man leading the horse was shouting and waving them without stopping. "Don't whip the horse like that," John shouted at him. "The wheels were half burned and won't move. I'll help you take some brick out to make the cart lighter. Mind your own business," said the man angrily. He was in a terrible temper and more than half drunk. John turned me, and we galloped towards the house of the Black Market. Mr. Clark, John knocked on the door. The opened. "Hello, young man," began Mr. Clay. "There's a man in your field whipping 2 horses to death," John told him. His voice shook in anger. I told him to stop, but he wouldn't. I offered to help him lighten the cart, but he refused. "I think he's drunk." "God, sir, I will," said the man, and hurried off. When he got home and John told him about it. "You did the right thing," said Johann. "Many people would ride by and think it was none of their business, but currently cruelty is everybody's business." Send for, ask or order somebody to come and accuse somebody. Seeing somebody had done wrong, broken the law, to be in the court. Just before dinner, the master sent for John. The drunken man was accused of cruelty to horse, and John was wanted to tell his story to the priest. "I'll tell the gladly," said John. We heard afterwards that the poor horses were so exhausted and so badly beaten that the man had to go to prison. John came across and gave me a friend about. We went along. Cruelty were we, old friend, he said. He seemed to give glow up suddenly. A regiment now put in order, making plans in advance. Empty verb give work to improve. Be stable for. Be ready for something you expect. Wish. Ocean Park。Ocean Park。